You pick up a hitchhiker on a dark, empty road. She's sobbing. You try to comfort her the entire drive. Then you stop the car. And she's gone. No door opened, no window down, just gone. What actually happened that night, and why do dozens of people report the same exact experience? This story falls into one of the strangest categories in paranormal research. It's called the Vanishing Hitchhiker phenomenon, and accounts of it stretch back further than cars even existed. Before automobiles, people reported picking up distressed strangers on horseback, only to find the rider had silently disappeared somewhere along the journey. The story mutated as transportation evolved, but the core elements stayed eerily consistent. Here's what makes this genuinely unsettling. When researchers began cataloging these accounts, they discovered something unexpected. The emotional details matched across unconnected witnesses. The hitchhiker is almost always crying. She almost never speaks clearly. She gives vague directions toward a destination, and when the driver arrives or simply stops the vehicle, she vanishes completely. No rational explanation, no evidence she was ever physically present. Now your brain wants to explain this away. Mass hallucination. Sleep deprivation. Overactive imagination on a lonely road at midnight. Those explanations feel satisfying until you realize multiple passengers in the same vehicle have reported seeing the same figure simultaneously. Two people, same car, same disappearance. That's harder to dismiss. Folklorists classify this as a persistent urban legend, and they make compelling arguments. Stories spread, details get borrowed, human memory fills gaps with familiar templates. But here's the tension they never fully resolve. Legends don't typically produce this level of consistent, specific emotional detail across cultures and centuries without something anchoring them. Some researchers point toward a psychological angle. Roads at night create a kind of sensory deprivation. Your brain actively generates imagery to fill the visual monotony. Couple that with genuine anxiety about driving alone, and some scientists suggest the mind can produce vivid, convincing hallucinations that feel completely real. But even that explanation struggles with the two witness cases. The more haunting interpretation, and the one that spreads fastest online, involves residual consciousness. The idea that moments of intense grief or trauma can somehow imprint on locations. That what drivers encounter isn't a ghost in the traditional sense, but a kind of emotional echo replaying on a loop, triggered by the right conditions, the right stretch of road, the right hour of night. What nobody talks about is the driver's emotional state afterward. In almost every documented account, the witness doesn't feel terrified in the immediate moment. They feel deeply, overwhelmingly sad, like they failed someone, like they almost helped, but not quite. That emotional residue sticks around long after the logical mind has moved on. And maybe that's exactly the point. Whether this is paranormal, psychological, or purely legendary, the experience leaves people carrying grief that doesn't belong to them. A stranger's sorrow, absorbed in silence on a dark road, never fully explained, never fully released. So next time you're driving alone at night, and you see someone standing on the shoulder, crying. Deciding whether to stop is the easy part. Understanding what happens next is a different question entirely.